Everybody, Rich with Prep U outside. You can see Billy in the background there, and Shiloh's around here somewhere. I guess he's right now over there next to her. But hey, want to welcome you to another video from Prep U. This one, as the title suggests, is about fire starters. I'm going to show you a whole bunch of, there he is, commercial and homemade and stuff like that. Just, you know, another bunch of tools for your toolbox. Obviously, you don't have to carry everything that I'm going to show you. What I have done is just put it all together just so I can play around with different stuff. It's actually I have it in a couple ammo cans, a large one and a small one, just for, you know, safety purposes and for ease of holding on to it. But let's get into this and let's show you some fire starter stuff. This can be used for if you're going camping or hiking, starting a fire by the fire pit. We might as well start with Old Faithful, the good old-fashioned, just a bunch of newspaper and a lighter and matches. I mean, every fire kit should carry newspaper, matches, and lighter. It just works out real well. Just for sake of argument, I'm going to show you what else is in here. Flint and steel. Everybody, every camper, every, you know, prepper, survivalist should have, you know, their favorite flint and steel. It should be not only in their everyday carry, it should be in their bug out bags and their camping equipment and stuff like that. So obviously, you know, paper, stuff like that is always great to have with you. This is something interesting. This is petroleum jelly and cotton balls. Works really good. You'd be amazed how long this lasts, and it can really get wet fuel started. So this is just cotton balls and petroleum jelly. Here's something I always carry with me is some kindling. You know, it's always nice to have. You can see that it's just really small, dry. This happens to be a hardwood. I also have pine. You can just, you know, old 2x4s. Keep that stuff around. Use a hatchet and make it into smaller pieces. It's really good. It's always nice to have. You could even vacuum seal this, you know, if you wanted to make sure that it stays dry for a long time. But just having some nice kindling is nice to have with you. They sell these. This is something commercial, obviously. It's a folding stove with fuel. It's got a real nice little fuel cell block in there. Burns really well. If you wanted to get a fire started, you wouldn't have to use the stove. You could just use the fuel block that's in here. Just an idea, something to use. I'm not keeping it like between homemade and commercial. I'm just grab stuff out of the kit that I've got here. This is golf wax, paraffin, whatever you want to call it. It's for candle making. It's got many other uses. I'll show you. Comes in little blocks like this. I just used a pot like this. All right, melted it down, and this is what I made with it. All right, let me show you. A Boy Scout favorite from when I was a kid. Pine cones and paraffin. Works really good, burns for quite a long time, gets going, gets really hot, really good. You know, then you could use pine needles and whatever, but this is a really good fire starter. I had it forever. This is egg cartons, paraffin, and sawdust. Again, really good. Now there's 4 here. You would break this apart and you would use just one at a time. Works really well. This is lint, which everybody should have lint in their fire starter kit. It's really good. You can pull it apart and it burns really well. And let's face it, if you do laundry, you got lint. You got a lot of lint. But yeah, this is just egg carton lint and paraffin wax. This burns really well. There's 6 of them here, and works, you know, very, very well. What else we got? All right. Toilet paper tubes and lint. Again, just light one end. It keeps burning, burns for quite a while. It's nice to have. You could also, if you wanted to, you could pour paraffin in each end, and gives it a little bit more heat, a little bit more lasting burn. Here's a bunch of commercial grade stuff that's out there. You've got Strike-A-Fire. This might also be, yeah, I've got two of them in here. This one I've used before. This is trioxane. It's basically for warming rations by the military. You can buy a box of this stuff. Very easy to find, and it comes in individual packages, and it burns quite well. It'll get any fire going that you want to get going for cooking or for heat. I'm going to hold on to this for a second, and I'm also going to hold on to this for a second. I want to talk about that a little bit further. Everybody's done this. I mean, you go back to grade school chemistry classes and stuff like that. It's just basically steel wool and a 9-volt battery. It works really good. The 9-volt battery, if you notice, is still in the packaging. You don't want to put them in the same packaging because it just automatically sets on fire, which is really good. Again, back to commercial grade stuff. This is called Blackbeard. It's a fire starter. Again, you just cut it, break off small pieces, and it burns really hot. It burns for quite a while. You don't need a lot of that. You know, so there's a lot of commercial grade stuff out there. Having some lighter fluid is always a good idea. Stuff like this is much better than gasoline. You don't want to use gasoline at all. White gas, you could use white gas also, but can be quite explosive, so that's why lighter fluid is that much better. Here's something that we keep in aluminum can. This is shaved magnesium, and it works really good. This comes in small packages. You don't need a lot of it to start a fire. Obviously, you would put this with, you know, some kindling, some, you know, pine needles or whatever, and then just light this from a distance if you can, because once it gets going, it burns quite hot. Also, the only problem with magnesium is it's kind of like styrofoam. There's a very thick black smoke that comes off of magnesium, but it burns hot, and it will get your fire going real quick. These are just, it's like a little match. Let's see if I can get a little closer here. And all it has is, I don't even know if I still have the, yeah, this is what takes the Zippo lighter fluid. It's really kind of nice, you know, and it's got a fibrous substance on the inside, so it holds on to the Zippo lighter fluid or whatever lighter fluid you want to use. But these are nice, very compact, very, you can throw it in your pocket, your backpack, your day cap, pack, or whatever. Matches are really kind of important. These matches are, these are a long burning windproof match, but then there's also titanium stormproof matches, which are really nice to have. Keep those on hand, keep those in your kit. But remember, a lot of these matches need a specific type of starter or to strike against. So don't just grab the matches. They aren't strike anywhere at all. Either of these, they have the little striker that comes with them. This is a really nice little case, waterproof, tight. Put it right on your backpack or whatever, wherever you go. Just a sidebar to some of the stuff here. I like to keep aluminum foil with me for a couple of reasons. It's a great wind stop. If you're in a windy area and you need to stop that wind from blowing and blowing out your little fire, you can just open up the aluminum foil, put it around the area, form a little wind block, and then you can get things going. And then obviously you want the wind later because it's going to get the fire going, add an oxygen to your fire. Always carry aluminum foil with you. It comes in handy. We talked about that. here's a couple of things that I really didn't think about. And this is egg cartons and charcoal. All right, so the one on the internet talked about using hand sanitizer with the egg carton and the charcoal. And since we make our own, you've seen that video where I talk about making your own hand sanitizer, and we use, 90 plus isopropyl alcohol. I thought it would burn better than some of the other stuff, and the other stuff I used the other day didn't burn quite so well. So this one is with the hand sanitizer, and then this one we're just going to pour some. This is 99% isopropyl alcohol. I'm just going to put it on there, and yes, it's on a wood board, but it's not going to burn that quickly. We're going to let it soak in a little bit. This has the same properties of buying Kingsford Matchlight. If you want to avoid, having to carry all that stuff, just get some Matchlight charcoal and put that in your backpack. So here's with the hand sanitizer. It's actually burning pretty well. And then you can see with the isopropyl alcohol that 99% how well that burns. I have some in the fire pit right now, and this really didn't get started with the hand sanitizer. And remember, most commercial hand sanitizer you buy is only 70%, and that's initial 70%. And they're cutting it with aloe and other items, so the alcohol content really isn't that high in commercial grade, as it is with the stuff that we make, that I've taught you guys to make. So that's, you can see how well that's burning, and it doesn't take long for the charcoal to start to get hot. And, that's great if you got a bunch of charcoal and you want to make a fire or something for cooking and stuff like that. So, but let's just go over some of the list of items for kits. You got flint and steel, petroleum, jelly and cotton balls, titanium stormproof matches, strike-a-fire, trioxane compressed fuel, toilet paper tube and lint, lighters and matches, and newspaper, and the aluminum foil to hold back the wind. Kindling, 9-volt battery and steel wool. The folding stove is nice to have. It's got many uses. Permanent match striker, that's what that is. Permanent match striker, which is really good, and you can find those just about anywhere. Wax paper burns well also. You can crumple up wax paper. Egg carton dryer lint, candle wax. You've got pine cones candle wax, or paraffin, doesn't matter, candle wax or paraffin. Charcoal in an egg carton. You can see, you can't see, but on the one with the hand sanitizer, it's already out, but the one with the alcohol is still burning quite well, actually. Duct tape and hand sanitizer works. I've got duct tape on one of the matches, or one of the lighters I haven't wrapped around there to have some. Magnesium block or shaving really works really good. Something else that I don't have, that's really interesting is chips. There are certain chips that burn. We've all tried this before. Pringles hot and spicy, Doritos, and spicy nachos, and Fritos corn chips. There's enough oil inside of those that they actually burn, and you actually can get a fire started. So that's Pringles hot and spicy, Doritos, spicy nachos, and Frito corn chips. We all know about the Fritos. We used Fritos corn chips when I was in the Boy Scouts a long time ago. So you can see here, this is the one with the hand sanitizer. It's hot, but it isn't burning. This one with just the isopropyl alcohol, it's already white around the edges. All right, and this is just the carton burning, but this has got white around the edges that we use the isopropyl alcohol. But these are just tools for your toolbox. You can choose whatever ones you want, and how you want to do it, how much you want to carry. Obviously, if I carry everything, I really need 2 large cans, not a small can and a large can. But there you go. You can make your own. You can go on the internet and find different recipes and stuff like that. But this was fire starters, you know, and I hope you liked the video, and I hope that you will comment on the video. We like comments. I'm just getting that out of my way because I don't want to breathe the smoke. But yeah, the one is really nice and quite hot now, all the way around the edges. So as always, we thank you subscribers. We appreciate it. Please pass this on to other people, campers, hikers, survivalists, preppers, and all that kind of stuff. It's a great little video to get your mind going on what you're going to carry with you as your main fire source, or a backup and a backup to the backup. And we always like to be 3 deep with everything. So, like we always say at the end of all of our videos, always be aware of your surroundings, no matter where you are, home, work, play, vacation, or just out walking the dogs. And please, have at least 72 hours of bug out food available, packed up, ready to go, and at least 30 days, 60 days, 90 days of shelter-in-place food ready for you. And remember, always, prep like your life depends on it, because it does. Thanks a lot. See ya. Bye.